Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of Wild Card Weekend on EA Sports. Between our visitors and the Buffalo Bills. With that, let's get up to Buffalo. Standing by at New Era Field, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at New Era Field in Orchard Park. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between our visitors and the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the 7th overall pick in 2018 from Wyoming. It's Josh Allen. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And his first look is incomplete. Now let's take a look here at the Bills' offense.
So many weapons on this offense, and we've seen them all season long score from any point on the field. But we all know playoff football comes down to playing smart. The game slows down, and it's harder to move it. So you've got to avoid penalties, avoid turnovers, and not let your emotions get the best of you.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Allen. And he finds Tyler Croft. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants. So how do you stop? A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 35-yard line. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 27, Allen, and he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. And the grab by Croft. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame. I hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually got springs for the good stuff.
They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackle for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense,
hey, Jordan said the glove was nothing.
It starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team,
he said he enjoyed competing with him, but he just laughed when he was, you know, saying some shit.
You control the rest of the ball.
Yeah, no.
Come on, man.
Oh, Gary said, man, all you got to do is tire him out. Jordan started laughing like, kill it.
Here for the Raiders.
So the big question today is, how will they play in this weather? Because you can recreate moisture, right? You can do wet ball.
He's probably looking at him like he sounds so dumb.
Coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
It's a snowy game in Buffalo.
He was trying to go for his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively.
Part 2. Let's go, Bills.
Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. I guess you could say they're kind of fortunate to be in the position that they're in, able to host as a division champ.
Let's go, Bills.
It's really one of the weakest divisions in the NFL.
And there's often discussion
right forward. Let's go,
time, right? Now, 8th seed, should they actually be hosted? Because sometimes
this is for sure going to be snowing in KC. You don't want to come to KC. It's going to be snowing right now, nigga. Outdoor
some
stadium.
people think that'd be a more fair way of doing things. But I got to tell you, I personally like it. The winning a division title, I don't care what the division, how it's ranked, it still means something to me, and I like the fact that they get the host.
I think that that's the reason you have the divisions. If you did, blitz coming, and down he goes.
Fucking go, rookie. Let's fucking go, man.
Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Allen off the play fake. Going deep for Diggs. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Fucking go, Rook.
Picked off at about
Rookies all over, just making plays.
These guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And these are not souped up players. Just fucking go. Fuck you mean?
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And we take a look at the Bills' defense.
Trent Murphy's #1 attribute is playing against the run, but he continues to work hard on his pass rush skills.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Here we go. 15 line. 15 line. Ready?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Here's a 2nd and 7. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Darren Waller, the intended receiver.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They keep it with Yeldon on first down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now on 2nd and 13. Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there, a first down. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think inclement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd down now, Singletary. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Throwing is Allen on 3rd.
Oh, my God.
His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Again, it'll be Singletary. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably doing play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Maurice Hurst drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find one to get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
I don't understand how they just play at a high-ass level. These niggas play like chumps. I don't never get this shit.
That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again.
Every fucking time. First play.
One good thing.
That's what's happening. That's what's going on.
3 points and not a touchdown after
All
that
over.
turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw here. It's Williams on the catch. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions.
Y'all ain't never did no fantasy with y'all ain't never did no league with no fantasy?
We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Allen. Short throw ball in by
What the fuck, bro?
And he'll be taken down.
This nigga just hopping around.
Enemy territory. Good work after
Big ass tight end.
15 and a first down.
You want to start from scratch?
We already started from scratch.
That's what I'm saying. Fantasy.
Nah. Good on that. So I really have a set team, build on it like you take over as a GM, and then you build your team up. You develop players, you do what it do. Realistic shit.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10, and that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one.
I don't know who this player is, but I got him like as a gunner on my kickoff. He's flying down the field.
Thank you.
Now Allen throwing again. He finds Yeldon. And able to break one tackle, but they
got
a nice little game. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts.
Oh, Melvin too.
The stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
They do got a little spot over there.
They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
To throw, it's Allen. Short throw hauled in by Croft. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 46. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will make our score 9-0. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one?
I press triangle, they make you come out. Shit is crazy, man.
That's the way to go into the half.
I just don't get this shit.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to go down.
Shit is crazy, man. Can't do shit.
Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive.
This is crazy, bro. This is fucking crazy. I swear to God.
It was a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
About 40 fucking yards in the first half, bro. Fuck up out of here, man. Team that won 7 fucking games.
Third down. They're going to look to throw. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that'll be incomplete.
So finally open, he throw the ball out of bounds.
But it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Let's go.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You better talk to your boy.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This will be fielded at the 17. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and
crazy,
man. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
God.
It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This
Fucking Buffalo Bills, man.
Really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they
God, this is
basketball team is playing
funny,
excellent
bro.
defense. Great
Nigga can't do shit, my nigga. I mean,
especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Oh! Let's let them go.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Check back. Whip.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know. Look at my drip. Oh, I'm a walking lick.
Shit.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. Darren Waller, the intended receiver.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You can't just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as
accelerating, and off he goes. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary, 49 yards. And the Bills turn that interception into a touchdown. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Let's go.
Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is
oh my God, this shit is killing me, man. What the fuck is going on with this fucking game, dude?
They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball to the middle of the field.
Oh, my God, man. I just don't understand this game, man. I just don't understand this game, man.
Just go ahead and becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up in that moment of truth and make a play.
Look at this shit, man. I don't understand how I can't get open. I can't do nothing, bro. This shit is so fucking whack, my nigga. Fuck you mean? This shit don't make no fucking sense.
In desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He'll drop to throw.
Look at this shit. They make me drop every fucking ball. This shit is crazy.
Yeah, we saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Able to find Waller. That's complete. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Looking to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
What's it going
Obviously, this is not.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. That's one of those touchdown tosses where if it's an inch to the right or left, it's not a touchdown. He had to put it right on the money.
Yeah, and how did he do that? Everything around him, everything swirling, all the coverage downfield. Somehow he spotted the opening and put it right there.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Singletary to get the drive started.
I'm sorry, what?
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Singletary again.
But he can't stop the run, or you just in and out on me.
Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football,
you're going to have to have a quarter,
now you stop the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other
this
side.
Nigga, how does this nigga get off this nigga?
Keep moving it, keep grinding clock.
Wow, you are there, bro.
For the right to survive round 1 here
What
in
the
the
fuck,
AFC.
man?
We'll return with more after this. You're watching
Get the fuck
the
up out of here.
NFL on EA Sports. Allen now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands. Guess what? It creates a lot of confusion. Kind of a muddle in the middle of the field.
Escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Now Allen. Short throw hauled in by Croft. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this side.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And right now they're just looking for a little more cushion, trying to make this a 2-score game. Points here would go a long way, obviously, to propelling them into the next round.
And this is where the head coach, offensive coordinator, they've had to set a tone all year long about what they do on offense. So most teams want to stay in attack mode, but you have to do it with some bit of caution, don't you? Because you can't come away with no points. You need these points here in order to feel a lot better about where they are in this game.
But this time of the year, playoffs, game of this magnitude, this is what we hope for.
Yeah, it's exactly what we hope for. You want to run your offense cautiously, but not so cautiously that you just give it up.
On 2nd down, Singletary. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Close like that, bro.
And he's able to find Diggs. The 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Stephon Diggs.
Oh, yeah, Buffalo.
72 yards.
Oh, bro.
The Bills will add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
Let's go, Bills.
Nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go.
Oh, he was there.
That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go around. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Hughes picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. They put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this
you can't get it to Mike Thomas.
Oh my God! Your way back in, that one's gonna hurt, and in a big way.
You can't have no more mistakes, nigga. Oh wow!
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. There's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Go.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They go right back to Singletary. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line.
Ooh, nice block.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Right. Damn, I wouldn't have been there.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, it totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They'll set up a throw. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They'll look to throw here. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Trying to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trent Murphy in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
So fucking sad.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's caught by Waller
running out for my niggas.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs.
Buffalo.
And Charles, on the losing side of things, you know, they didn't come in here as the favorite to these playoffs, but they came in with a lot of hope.
That's when 18 was 1-7.